Hey guys, I just thought I'd come on here and do a quick video for you all and let you know that Sister Tamara contacted me last night and she let me know that the doctors are saying that she just is so, she has a lot of inflammation and a lot of problems with her diverticulitis, so they're going to keep her in the hospital for a few days. And basically, she's kind of like on a liquid diet and everything until everything settles down. The little thing can't eat or anything, so I know it's hard on her. But somebody had said in the comments today, I think it was Sister Susie, had said she'll be in there telling all the doctors, "Glory to God, He's got this, He's got this, Jesus got me," and I know she will, guys. So I mean, that's really cool. But also, I wanted to mention, so shout out to you, Tamara, and we're all praying for you. But I know that Jesus has this too, and that you will. We're praying for your full recovery and restoration. And also, I wanted to mention to you, I was watching a video today of our sister Rhonda, and she was talking about a football game and a marching band. And I had a dream back in the summer, and I never reported on it or anything because I never quite understood what it meant. But it sounded a lot like Rhonda's dream. And let me just explain this to you. My oldest son, when he was in high school, played football, and he was rather good at it. And in either case, like they do in a lot of small towns, they'll have you playing like offense and defense. I mean, you're tackle 1 minute and then you're doing this, your guard the next, and I mean it's crazy. But I don't think he ever left the field hardly. But especially like in junior high and when he was a freshman and everything. But of course, as you get older, I guess the positions get more specialized and things. But in either case, the weird thing about this dream, my son now, I mean, he's been out of high school 10 years. And so, he's close to 30. And but it was weird because last summer, I remember he put on his high school jersey and he said, "Hey, I still fit into it." And he had done a posting on Facebook. And I don't know if that was stuck in the back of my mind and therefore I had a dream a year later about it. But it felt like a dream where the Lord wants you to pay attention, because I seldom ever have a dream that I can really remember. Unless it is from the Lord. I just don't get a lot of dreams. But in either case, his girlfriend at the time in high school, who became his wife, which they've been married now and for a long time. I've got 2 grandkids, people. So she was in her old high school cheerleading uniform. So she was like head cheerleader. He was like, the big football guy. And here they are still in their uniforms and everything, just like they were back in high school. But they're the age that they are now. Well, my daughter, who's the middle child, she's my only girl, she was a cheerleader for years and years. And then the last 4 or 5 years, she wanted to do color guard because she was also a musician. She had been in marching band and she wanted to do color guard. Plus she played clarinet and she played flute. This girl's very talented. I mean, we come from a long lineage of extra talented musicians over here, but and among other things. But anyway, some of it good and some of it bad, but we'll just say that. But in either case, I couldn't have wished for 3 better kids. But in either case, it's so crazy because they were all there, but they were the age that they are now. So here's my daughter, 26 years old, with her color guard uniform on, waving her color flag. And the crazy thing about it is most of the games in high school were on Friday nights. But towards the end of October, the regular season would end. And if you played into November, you were typically going to playoffs. That meant that you were good enough to go to state that year and go to state tournaments. And in those tournaments, you would have a lot of Saturday afternoon games. And that's what this was. It was a Saturday afternoon game, guys. And I'm sorry my dogs are getting so wild. I hope you guys can hear me because it's a trip. I'm supposed to be babysitting them and talking to you guys too. But in either case, so here we are. It's a Saturday afternoon game. the marching band takes the field. And it reminded me of that old Bye Bye Miss America Pie song where it says the marching band took the field, or the players wished to take the field, but the marching band refused to yield. It was kind of like that. It was like a big halftime show that never stopped. I mean, everybody was joined around, and it was almost like that became the main goal, or the main focus of everybody, was this halftime show with the marching band and with the color guard and all of that. And my daughter-in-law was on the sidelines jumping up and down saying, hey Kim, look. And I looked over, and my son Jordan had his drumsticks in his hand, which is weird because he was wearing his football uniform, but he had the drumsticks there like he was keeping time. So I thought, wow, also I know that Rhonda had mentioned that her brother had played drums, and I thought that unusual that he had the drumsticks in his hand while he had his football uniform on. It's just like, okay, is this just one big band concert, or are we here for a football game? And because the cheerleaders were all in uniform, everything just like a Saturday afternoon game, just like state tournament is, except it was at the old field where I went to high school. And the weird thing is that they weren't on the football field. They were in between the football field and the diamond for the baseball field, and which was an auxiliary field, which a lot of times we would use like to warm up or practice, like as far as the band goes. But it's not where they would normally play a football game. It was the field beside the playing field. Okay, so that's another thing that I noticed that was rather unusual. Well, I'm just trying to give you as many details as possible because I'm not sure what it means either. All I know is that my daughter-in-law came up and got right in front of my face and had this cheerleading uniform on. It was jumping up and down and saying, Kim, when the scrolls hit the bleachers, we're out of here. And she's just like, this is great. So it was almost like, the scrolls hit the bleachers, really? And I mean, I thought about the sky rolling back as a scroll. She just goes, I'm so excited, I can't stand it. And it was like she was talking about getting out of there. But at the time, I had thought that she meant once the scrolls hit the bleachers, the whole thing's over with, and that means that we won. And which in fact, indeed, wouldn't we though? And so it means a lot of things, but I guess it's confirmation to Rhonda's dream. And it's something I never reported. I told a couple of people about it. I told Sister Janice about it, and I told Terry over at Walking by the Spirit Always. And but now that Rhonda's had this dream, I'm going to report on it, guys, because I think it's important. I think that it's a picture or a foretaste of the rapture. It was obviously around this time of year because the end of October, 1st of November is when playoffs start. Almost always the last regular season game was somewhere around Halloween. And if it was November anything, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, it was usually that you were going to state. You were going to the big show. You were going to tournament that year, which is, the epitome of like, awesome when you're, in high school and playing football or a cheerleader or in the band, because it's your team, And so, Team Jesus, guys. And I just thought I'd report on that. I hope that it blessed somebody. And at least it's an exciting dream. And I certainly don't think it's anything less than a confirmation for us all, even though it be somewhat, painting a picture of something else to be what we're going to see. And in either case, you guys, I hope this message finds you well and abiding in the faith. And I hope to talk to you all real soon.